Hello, Travis. Hello, Josh. Hello, Rosemary. How's everyone doing on this fine Tuesday evening? Hello, CC3. Hello, Super Silas. Hello, Amelia Rhodes. Hello, Pope Exotic. Hello, Scott Springs. Hello, Jim Raoul. Hello, Travis Wayne. Hello, Regina Deal. Hello, Eric Daughtry. Campbell Clan Craziness says, dude, coming to the meetup. Yes, as a reminder. Spooked Up says, hey, Jacob, I'm the kid from Ocean City, just switched accounts. Okay, gotcha. We'll wait till a few more people gets in here, but I'll just go ahead and remind everyone that November 6th, let me double check that before I say that out loud. November 6th, Saturday, November 6th, we're having a in-person meetup at Lanier's General Store in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, right across from Goats on the Roof. Guys, come out, say hello. It'll be fun. Come say hi to me, and then you got plenty of other stuff to do in Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg. You can make a weekend out of it. Tate says, just order the Dark Ride pin. Excited to receive it. Yes. Appreciate everyone who's bought the Dark Ride pin. Who's your boots? Says, hey, Jacob, surprised you still have a voice after last month. It gets, I get little kinks in my voice. But I've been trying to hold it up. We've got much more. We're just getting started here with Halloween. Got more haunts coming up. Oh boy. Oh boy, there's so much more to come. Jerome said, should I bring all my shoes and glasses to the meetup? I have no idea what that means. Gina Martin says, hey, Carpetbagger, you're making a stop in Chattanooga for Dread Hollow. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it out to the Chattanooga area. I really loved Dread Hollow last year, but there's only so many, haunts only run on weekends. So I got to, kind of figure out. AJ Donovan, yes, I have been to Ed's Elephant Museum in Gettysburg. Will I be at Spooky Empire this weekend? No. Well, I went earlier this year. Actually, didn't realize they were having two because I don't do enough research. May have went down to Florida different weekend if I would have known that. Eric Daughtry, thank you for the super chat. Carpetbagger, would you come to Creamy Acres, New Jersey? I don't know what Creamy Acres is. Would I ever do a tour of the bunker? I've done several tours of the bunker. Was I nervous feeding alligators? I was at a few points. I realized over the course of the day that, and of course that video will be coming out on this channel very soon, but Adam has uploaded his video already, that I noticed of course of the day that crocodiles are a lot more intimidating than alligators. Alligators are kind of lazy. They kind of like to lay around. AJC Donovan, thank you so much for the super chat. But crocodiles will try to get you. They like to bite. They don't play around. Super Silo says, I don't recommend it. But if you go to Jersey this month, Six Flags has a Fright Fest. Not the best, in my opinion, but I like to see others' view on it. I've been to Fright Fest at Magic Mountain and Six Flags over Georgia. I think those are the only two I've been to. Michael DeLeese says, Attacked by Animatronics Part 2 was an amazing video. Well, thank you. You know, I have to give Jared most of the credit there. He wrote the script. He did all the programming, came up with all the props, and Quacking Goose says, did you ask permission before you put on there? Yeah, me and Robert have an understanding, I think. Josh down the trailer park haunt was hysterical. I loved it. I loved it. Tate says, I was a scare actor for Six Flags over Georgia 3 years ago. I think I scared you one time. Yeah, I was definitely there 3 years ago. I think this is the first time in like 3 or 4 years that I haven't been to Fright Fest in Georgia. Apopata says, do you post this often throughout the winter? No, I post more often during the haunt season. I just want to get all these haunts. I just got all these haunts on the lineup, and I wanted to get them out. But normally I try to upload about every other day. I can't keep this pace up year round. Rock Fantasy says, I have your pixie. Yes. I can't wait to meet my pixie. Spooked Up says, Haunt's almost done and love the King vid. You don't remember telling me you did a home haunt. Never ended up buying it. I wanted to buy an animatronic this year, but I ended up not getting one. Regina Deal says, Jacob, in the Busch Gardens video, you asked who the woman was in the picture. It was Queen of the Damned. I thought Aaliyah was the Queen of the Damned, right? Kenneth Simmons, thank you for the super chat. Says, just caught up on some of your previous videos. I do appreciate when people do that. Saw the Castle in Tennessee earlier. Is it worth a drive to see from Alabama? Castle in Tennessee. Are you talking about the what's that called? Green. The one with Junior Banks. I don't know if it's open. I've heard that since the pandemic started, that he's not been taking Greenback Castle. Thank you, Bird's Nest. That was on the tip of my tongue. I just couldn't get it out. I don't know if I don't know if they're doing, if they're letting people, if he's letting people in right there. I'm not sure what the whole situation is, but I've heard that there were some signs asking people to not come to the castle. I think. Do you ever figure out what is above the P trap in my ceiling? No, I don't know what's above that. I don't have a good sense of spatial awareness. Daniel Osborne says, "Would you ever go to Indy Screen Park?" I would. I mean, you know what? I'm willing to check out almost any haunt that's willing to let me film. That's the biggest thing. You know, some haunts still, get a little funny about the idea of people filming. It's kind of an old school, mentality. Gonna go back to Area 51. I don't know. I don't know what there is to show about Area 51 that I haven't already shown. Sometimes that just, goes in my head, you could show a place again, but is it just going to be the same thing? Travis Nemeyer says, "Do you know who Mo Sargi is?" Ugh. I kind of sort of met him, and I kind of sort of wasn't very impressed. Tyler adds, "I've been to Doll's Head Trail, Atlanta." I have. Did I watch the new Halloween movie? No. I haven't had a chance to watch anything. I've wanted to sit down and maybe relax and watch some things. It just hasn't been time. This haunt season has been crazy. Fosbeer fears. Omar. I met Omar briefly. Um, I have nothing against Omar. Omar's fine, but let me just say it. Without digging into a whole bunch, I don't know him well enough. Sargi, I don't know him well enough to like criticize him. Maybe he was just having a bad day. I didn't know who he was, but he was kind of rude to me and some other YouTubers. I think they thought that we were not on their level. Aaron Ingar, thank you for the super chat. Says, any plans to visit the Enchanted Forest in Oregon? Yes, definitely want to try to do that next year. Second year, I've not been to the Tennessee State Fair. Need to find out if that's worth going to. Ansley Jimson, thank you for the super chat. Says, would you ever go to Mount Airy, North Carolina haunt season? They have a Andy Griffith Show museum. Oh, after haunt season. I thought you were trying to say that there was a Andy Griffith themed haunt. That'd be pretty cool. I've been to Mount Airy. I'm trying to think. I don't think I've been to the Andy Griffith Museum. I went to a museum there, Mount Airy. I know they had an exhibit on Changanang Bunker. I don't know. There may be another one. But thank you for the super chat. Sean Malloy, thank you for the super chat. Says, if you had a chance, could you check out your Instagram DMs? It could be important. LOL message. Oh. Message says pertaining to super chat. Okay, I will try to remember. I try to respond to as many private messages as possible. There's only so much time I have. I do try to read all of them, but I don't necessarily get a chance to respond to all of them. I get a lot of messages through, Facebook, Instagram, email. D. Advan, he says, would you ever like being a scare actor in a horror house? I've tried it before. I did some scare acting at 13th floor, Jacksonville, and at Arx Mortis in Alabama. It was definitely an interesting experience. It is hard. It is a hard job. It is physically exhausting. It is hot. Jeff Kincannon, how are you doing? Says, hey Jacob, I sure enjoyed you and Mortimer's haunted videos. Y'all make a good team. Well, thank you. Are there still car wash haunts this year? Says Lip Buzz. Yeah, the haunted car washes were actually, that idea started actually before the pandemic. Started in 2019, I think was the first one. I knew they had one out in LA. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be able to get to one this year, but Richard Gamer says, I've been wanting to do a zombie hunt. Nearest one is 2.5 hours. Worth it? I don't know. I don't know what a zombie hunt is. You go in the woods and hunt for zombies? James M said, I told my wife about peaches in the hunt. She loved the concept of the prison and having to spoon with them. And the only way to get out of the prison is to spoon with peaches. M.H. Ebner, they were met Ireland Boys Productions. Yeah, I was talking earlier about this. Oh my gosh, this crap show of a get together with vloggers that I was part of, and the Ireland Boys were there. Mo Sargi was there. It, nah. Jeff Kincannon, thank you for the super chat so much. Sir Willie D, thank you for the super chat. Please come to Lake Hickory Haunts in North Carolina. I would love to, but my the haunt schedule's full. Maybe I'll look at more haunts in North Carolina next year. We'll see what we're gonna do with haunts next year. Haunt. Johnny 85 versus you. Team has odd ties to Indiana or the Midwest. Yeah, I grew up there. I grew up in Indiana. Nothing odd about it. Someone asked about Kennywood's Halloween event. I haven't gone, but I may. That's possibly on the list. In arcade videos, it says Valpo represent. Yes, spent a good chunk of my childhood growing up in Valparaiso. Johnny 85 says, have you ever met Sammy Terry? I've heard of Sammy Terry. That's a Southern Indiana haunt host. Dave Alameda says, will you be doing a meet and greet in the New England area soon? Not likely. I'll be doing a meetup in Pigeon Forge on the 6th. Where's Pigeon Forge? Pigeon Forge is in eastern Tennessee. James Ferris asked if I recommend going to Hollow Scream, Busch Gardens. I had fun. Especially, I thought the highlight was the zombie bumper cars. Oh, zombie hunt, like zombie paintball. Ed says, with over 409,000 subscribers, you have to be recognized a lot. Do you just edit those encounters out of your videos? Yeah, I mean, mostly. I don't film that. I don't know. You don't know if people want to be on film or not. So, I mean, if someone walks up to me while I'm filming, it might end up in the video. But if like someone says hi, I don't like pull my camera out. Someone recognized me in the intro for the Culberton mansion. Someone drove by and knew who I was. Jellybeans World says, ready to meet you. Can you sign my shirt or hat? I'll be happy to sign anything. Jerry Crawford, thank you for the super chat. Tell Jacob I visited Vent Haven, the world's only ventriloquist museum, Fort Thomas, Kentucky, near Cincinnati. I have. I have an older video from there. Unfortunately, they wouldn't let me film inside the museum. It was like it was very old school rule. It was they're very protective of the image of what a ventriloquist dummy is, and what was pretty much explained to me um was that because my videos mentioned the word creepy and stuff like and that they were just worried having their museum associated with the word creepy, if that makes sense. Willie Joel, thank you for the super chat. Says, can you just say the imposter is sus? I have no idea what that means. What does my shirt say? What does? I forgot what this shirt says. It says Squirrel Lodge Motor Court, 10 miles south of Nashville, Tennessee, on Highway 4170 South. And that's what it says. Who knew? Chrissy Hensley said, did I see somewhere that the Pinball Museum in Vegas is closing or for sale? No, I think there was one in California that was closing down. Hey, the king is here. When am I going back to Dollywood? I don't know. I haven't. Only been once this summer. Um, I do like their pumpkin Luminites event, but last couple years they really haven't added a lot to it. So I don't really want to just go show the same thing every year. So I don't know. Maybe they'll start changing it up at some point, but the last couple years it has been very similar. I don't think they really added anything much to it in the past couple years. This is a shame because it's a really cool event. If you've never been to it, I would definitely recommend going. But they need to tweak it a little bit for the people that go every year. Chrissy Hensley says, "Can you do a Cherokee trip soon?" That was my favorite to go. When you're younger. Yeah, I Cherokee is very close to me. I haven't been over there in a while though. Josh said, "What happened to the Southern Gospel Museum?" I don't really know. I don't really know why it left Dollywood. A lot of people I know have said that they didn't even know it was there, and it's literally the first thing. It's literally the first thing you see in the park. The King, thank you for the super chat. Says everyone share Attack of Animatronics 2. Need 100 shares for part 3. Wait a minute. No one no one ever said anything about part 3. What's my favorite thing in the bunker? Actually, I got a new bobblehead, but someone hid it. Someone hid it in my bunker. I don't know where it is. You're not out there, are you, creaties? Goatman's Haunted Farm in Brookhaven, Long Island. Oh, I am a fan of Goatman. Goatmen. Various styles and types of goat people. And I like goats in general. Everyone see Shirley the goat in the wheelchair. Mike, the roller coaster guy, says, "Did you have to sign a waiver for the haunt where they touched you and used profanity?" No, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't sign a waiver. Oh, Fox Hunts is when you're live from the bunker. Is it bad news? No. Did I attend Storm Area 51? No. Adam did, though. Adam had a video there. Choyo wants to see me on a slingshot ride. Ugh. You'd have to pay me more. than what I would earn on the video. Oh, gosh. Jack Vegetable says, "Would I like listening to the same song every day? It depends on depends on depends on the song." Rob Fitz, I have a number of haunted movie props that I inherited. Where's a good place to talk to them? I have no idea. eBay? Or you could just give them to me. Maverickenstein says, if you miss a question, is it okay to re-ask? Yeah, I have it set. I have it set on slow mode so you can't just bombard me with the same question over and over again. But yeah, if I miss it, it's okay to ask again. AJC Donovan, thank you for the super chat. Says, what's one place you still haven't been that you want to check out next? What's the furthest away you've been from home? The furthest I've been away from home? I mean, would that be like maybe when I went to Seattle? I think that's probably the furthest point from home. And that's kind of the area that I'd like to check out more. I've not been to Northern California. So definitely want to go up to Northern California. Jellybean asked any new molds. I got some at Busch Gardens. Zachary Wolf says, do you ever plan on doing anything overseas? Thank you for the super chat. I eventually feel like I'll travel overseas. Feel like I need to do, I don't know, almost feel like I need to do Alaska and Hawaii. Daniel Melendez says, do you ever wear tennis shoes? No, I wear Crocs. Second chair says, can you do an updated bunker tour one day? Maybe. Maybe. I'm trying to think if I have that many new things to show. Bob888, thank you for the super chats. Good evening, Jacob. Hope you and yours are doing well. No, we're doing okay. Yeah, my thing, I don't know. Like, I don't know much about Alaska or Hawaii. I don't know exactly the best way to film it, the best way to film my trip. What do I think of David Arquette owning the rights to Bozo? Is that a real thing? Jason Michigan says, I know they love spam in Hawaii. It's all they know about. Well, I love spam. Spam and eggs sounds good. I'm not good at cooking the spam. I have a hard time cutting it to have a good, to make that perfect slice. I think they sold, when I went to the spam museum, I think they sold like spam cutters where you could cut the perfect slice. Should have bought one. Carol Camatich says, do you have any plans to do behind the scenes tour of the haunts this season? No, I don't think I have any plans to do behind the scenes tours. You know, I'm always happy if an owner asks me to, or an owner offers to do behind the scenes, but you know, I try not to push my luck. Daniel Melendez says it's funny seeing your haunt videos now compared to past ones. Spooky stuff doesn't seem to bother you as much. I'm getting a little better. I don't think I scream as much. I think I still get startled. But I don't get quite as worked up as I did once upon a time. Have ever been to Eureka Springs, Arkansas? I have. Is the bunker actually underground? Yes. King says, got a jet. Have a king-tastic night. Jacob and everyone, keep sharing the Carpetbagger. Get him to 1 million. I got a long way to go till 1 million. Mike the Roller Coaster Guy says, what is slow-mo? It means you can only make a comment every 60 seconds. I hate that I have to put it in slow mode, but some people get a little excited. What Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie is my favorite? One or two. Two is pretty fun. Lee Barron says, do you have any interesting information about the upcoming fan meetup? Nothing interesting, but it is Saturday, November 6th at Linear General Store across from Goats on the roof. Come by, say hello. We'll chat for a moment, maybe longer than a moment. I don't know how many people are going to show up. I'm worried that not enough people are going to show up. I'm also worried too many people are going to show up. I'm even a little bit worried that the perfect amount of people are going to show up. Josh M says, who's in charge of Mysterious Mansion now? I don't know who the new manager is. Tristan's not there anymore. How many moles did I get from Hollow Scream? I think I got 5, maybe. Matthew Fraser says, what was my favorite A's at Knott's? This last time I think it was Mesmer. Of course, that's the newest one. I also enjoyed Waxworks. Mesmer and Waxworks were my two favorite. No scares on stairs. Have I done the Monroeville Mall Dawn of the Dead event? No, I have not. I went to the cemetery and the museum. Sir Willie D says, "Will you go to Goats on the Roof with us afterwards?" It depends if that's how many people show up. Or play it by ear. Clark Kent, 1976 says, "Hey Jacob, I'm a sculptor, and I was wondering if you'd be interested in a carpetbagger and a dark red buggy figure like your Halloween intro." Yeah, that'd be amazing. Team Draco Malfoy, thank you for the super chat. What language is that? Language. Money doesn't come in languages. Brex says, "You need to wax figure of yourself, have your Oklahoma friend ending one." Oh my god. That would be weird. Second Chair says, "I'm glad you finally got to ride a Ferris wheel. Get to jump with you more often." Clark Kent says, "Where can I message you about it?" Shoot me a good old-fashioned email. There should be an email address in the description of this video. Hydroponic says, "Why were you able to film inside Halloween Horror Nights in Florida? Yet some YouTubers were." Who was allowed to? Um, you know, the YouTubers that are allowed to, they got on the media list. I'm not on the media list. I mean, I could make an attempt to. I don't know. I don't know what the qualifications are for getting on the media list. I don't know if it's who you know. I don't know if it's how much they like your videos. I don't know, you know, but I'm gonna send them. I'm gonna send them something or apply or whatever. Maybe I'll get rejected. I think I haven't applied recently because I sent them an email once asking if I could film, and they were just like, no. But that was years ago. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's time to do it again. We'll see. You know. Jason Michigan says everything is about who you know. Yeah. Tom Stevenson, thank you for the super chats. Hi, Jacob from the Stevensons. Hydroponics says, "Or did they pay for the $300 RIP version?" No, I don't think. I think the only time that Florida lets you film is during the preview event. So the key is getting invited. I don't normally like, for the most part, I don't like messing with, I don't like going to media events and things like that because I don't know. I just like to show up and experience it. And some media events, they really want to control what you show and how you portray things, you know. Like, it's funny, like some places, if you're on their media list, you actually there's actually less. You can actually film less things. Media are restricted from more things than just a person vlogging is. So, you know. What is my favorite theme park train? Oh, Dollywood has a cool train, but like nothing happens on the train ride. The train ride's actually a tiny bit boring. Did I get the fuzzy skull now? Antonio Bell says my shoes are untied. I don't wear shoes with ties. Yeah, or we control. Yes, the Dollywood train ride is beautiful. I'm not gonna crap on it that much. It's beautiful. I like train rides where like, oh, okay, now I just remembered what my favorite train ride is. My favorite train ride is at Cedar Point because they have Boneville. Boneville. Maverick and Steen or Maverick and Stein. Thank you for the super chat. Says, would you ever want a wax figure created in your likeness? And if so, what wax museum would you want to be placed in? P.S. Come back to Canada. Yeah, I want to be placed in Louis Tussauds in Canada because people would just figure I was some celebrity because the figures are so bad. But yes, I definitely thank you for the super chat. By the way, I do want to go back to Canada. Would love to go back to Canada. Love to go back to Niagara Falls. Yeah, I learned my lesson. I'm not going to bring my taser to Canada. I don't have a taser anymore. By going to watch Halloween Kills, I don't know. I don't know if I really want to pay for Peacock. Oh, man. Conky81 says, what is your routine? You travel and come back for a while? Yeah, I go on road trips. Take a road trip for a week, 2 weeks, and film. But for this Halloween stuff, it's just been the go, 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 go. Does haunt season end? Yes, haunt season ends after Halloween. Sometimes they'll have a. Sometimes they'll do haunts on November 1st or 2nd. I used to film haunts on the beginning of November, but I don't think people. I think people were done. I think people didn't want to see him anymore. Ever been to one of the year-round haunts? I mean, I've been to year-round haunted houses that are like in tourist destinations. Some of them don't allow you to film. Getting out in life says I rode the new Ferris wheel at Grandscape in Colony, Texas. Yeah, the Colony also has the toilet seat museum. Definitely need to check that out if you're near there. It said my Halloween episodes are their favorite. Yeah, I think the viewership on this channel is very divided when it comes to Halloween videos. I think about half the channel that it's their most favorite type of videos, and half the channel it's their least favorite. Oreo Kaiju, thank you for the super chat. Says, hey Jacob, I was wondering how often you find trouble talking with, about, or on rides. Recall a spooky tractor ride you went on with the driver says I don't need a commentator. I don't remember that. I honestly don't remember anyone saying that. No, I never. As far as I know, I don't have problems talking on rides. You know, I'm probably not being, like, especially on rides, like, I'm probably not being as loud as you think I'm being, because, let's see if I can show you with my camera, but my camera, let me show you. I'll be right back. Okay, so say like I'm on a ride. I'll have my camera like right here. You can even tip this up so you can see it better. And I'll talk right into the microphone. So it probably sounds pretty loud, but I imagine probably other people on the ride, it's not like I'm shouting and ruining their experience. Does that make sense? Nick says, "When are we going to the chili cook-off this year?" I'm not sure yet. We're going to see. Cooper Stevens says, "Where you live? What state?" I live in a state of perpetual anxiety, but it fuels me. No Fanta? Oh, maybe in here in a minute. Latonia Bell says, "You look tired." I'm a little tired. It's been... I know you guys have been watching the videos, but this is how things have been so far. So, on September 18th, I left home, and I traveled. Let me see if I can look at a calendar so I can tell you exactly where I was. September 18th, I left this. I traveled all the way to California. I got home. When did I get home? Oop, went the wrong way. So I left September 18th. I got back, I think, Monday the 4th. Then I was home for about... No, I think... Okay, let's say I also got... So from the September 18th to, let's say, Tuesday the 5th. No, actually, it was Wednesday the 6th. I remember now. So I left September 18th, went out to California, did the California haunts, started hauling back Went through Texas, did the Texas State Fair, did the Arizona State Fair. Got home Wednesday the 6th, and then I was on the road again on Friday the 8th. Came back home on Sunday the 10th. And where does that put us? And I left on Wednesday the 13th. I was only home for 2 days left. Wednesday the 13th for Florida. And I got back last night, which was the 18th. So that's like, I've been on the road for over a month. I've been home like, what, 4 days? 6 days maybe? I don't know. So it's been, yeah, I've been pushing myself. I'm not complaining, because this is, when you make your own schedule, you can't complain about working too hard. But, I wanted to put out a good Halloween videos this year. I got really excited because things are doing a lot better than they were a year ago as far as the pandemic was going. So, do I sleep in my car? No, I don't sleep in my car. I'm too old to sleep in my car. My body would be too sore. So I do stay in hotels. Yeah, we'll do meditation. Here be rabbit says self-employment is the best employment. I'm certainly not going to argue with that. I think being self-employed is one of the greatest privileges I've had in this world. But at the same time, I always say, there's that old quote where they say, do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life. That's not true. That's a lie. Basically, do what you love and you never stop working. Someone was asking what the next video is going to be. I can actually tell you, because I guess it's not a secret. Will be the Gatorland video with Adam and Savannah from Gatorland. Whiskey in the Jar says Anna doesn't want to make appearances anymore. No, Anna's she's 17 years old. She's essentially a grown woman. She, she has her own life. Joseph Kilpatrick says, I know you probably won't make it this year, but next year you're invited to come to Columbia Manor Haunted House in Columbia, Alabama. Well, I'd be honored, but yeah, at this point, I'm almost starting thinking next year. Yeah. I got invited so many places. I got, see, I had two friends in the Louisville area that were hooking me up with haunts. And so that's why I did so many in that area. And it's cool being able to know someone so you don't have to just cold call a haunt. Now, I think I cold called only one haunt this year. Lucas Morning starts. You should go to Conneaut Lake Park and the 13 Levels of Fear Haunted House in Conneaut, Pennsylvania. I actually want to go there, but I don't know if I could get permission to film. I actually sent them a message, but I don't know. It's the Conneaut Park stuff. I don't know. It's there's a lot of weirdness if you're familiar with the situation. Karen Shearer, thank you for the super chat. Says, you're an amazing guy, Joseph. Actually, it's Jacob, but thank you. Anyways, says, I love your videos, and they are getting me through tough times. As recently diagnosed with breast cancer. Hugs. Well, I definitely hate hearing that, and I hope that you, you do have a recovery. That's really scary. That is, cancer is the worst. One of the problems with the haunts is that, like, I end up getting a lot of invites, like, near the beginning of October when I pretty much already have a full schedule. So, yeah, I've said no to so many haunts this year. I feel bad. But I got maybe some organized way to do it where I can ask for people to get in touch with me. What do I think of Halloween Killed? I haven't seen it. I have this moral objection to Peacock. Peacock, if I can give a spicy take, I think Peacock's the worst. The worst streaming service. You know, a lot of streaming services, they built their back on creating new series and trying to. Kirsten Okeson, thank you so much for the super chat. A lot of the streaming services, they started out, they had like a show, a benchmark show that they try to build their streaming services on. The Peacock just bought content that was already streaming, basically kidnapped content. They stole The Office from Netflix. They bought out the WWE network and put it on their streaming service in a very difficult, unorganized way, and then their live streaming is done worse. You can't rewind during their live streams, and their live streams are unreliable. James M says they don't detail at all what they have in the library. Yeah, you look at their app. Looks like the app looks like freaking like it was made on GeoCities in the freaking 90s. It's so bad. It's okay. If you like Peacock, I'm not graphing on it. Armando Barris has come to Popcorn Fest in Valparaiso, Indiana. Oh man, the popcorn parade used to come by in front of my house. Shootman Sam says Peacock also edits out the chair shots and old WWF content. Oh man, I wish I could just go back to having the WWE network. Maybe I'll use Surfshark to just buy the old WWE network, which from the last I heard you can still do. JD Cole says I'm from Wichita, Texas. Loved your Wrestling Hall of Fame episode. Well, thank you. I love the Wrestling Hall of Fame. I mean, I agree that WWE, like, I agree that they shouldn't do headshots anymore with chairs. But those wrestlers suffered for their art to give us those chair shots. Daniel Melendez says, "Does wrestling have weight classes, not like boxing?" Not really. They do have a cruiserweight belt, but other than that, everyone competes in the same weight class. It's my favorite original horror movie. Oh man, I don't know. I like the Paranormal Activity movies a lot. Yeah, I didn't know that they edited out the chair shots. That is. What about the Mike Awesome versus Masato Tanaka to edit out the chair shots in that because that's pretty much the entire match. Is them just bashing each other's brains in with chairs. So here's the story. While I was gone this last time, Creates does my intro. He was actually in this area and he stopped by, but I wasn't home. So him and his wife, they visited with my wife, and when I was there for the Texas State Fair, I left my big Tex bobblehead in his car, and apparently he hid it somewhere in the bunker. So let's see if we can find it. See if we can find the. I don't know where he hid it. He hid it in a super place, a super good hiding place. But is it on the bookshelf? Is it on the water heater? Is it in the ceiling? Here's my other bobbleheads. There's Buck Adams and the Gemini Giant. But where is Big Tex? Yeah, I was hoping he would be in the chat tonight to give me a hint or two. But yeah, I'm not finding it. Is it up there by Buster the Busted Bear? Or Nibbles, Texas Ranger? Or Bitey the Possum? That dang Creates. Let's see if I put it in one of these drawers. This bunker isn't very big, so I don't know where he hid it. Try to think like Jeff. Where do you guys think it is? Let's look behind the instead of Joe Dirt. Does Joe have it? Do you have it, Mr. Dirte? No, there's not really anywhere to hide him on Joe. Maybe he's in. No. Maybe it's in the refrigerator. No. I don't know. I don't know what he did with it. Oh, okay, let me see. Let me see here. Brought in the Moldorama shelf. Maybe hid it under these hats. I don't know. The air duct? I don't know. I'm a little puzzled on where he could have put in it. I don't know. Do you think he put it in the ceiling? I think he put it in the ceiling. In the fish tank? It's just all my junk in there. Wait a minute. Josh M says the suitcase. That's a really good guess. Ah! Look at this. It was in the suitcase. Was that Josh M? Oh, I dropped it. The Josh M who said it was in the suitcase. Oh. So there we go. Thank you, Josh. That was good thinking. I'm almost embarrassed I didn't think of that myself. So let's get Big Tex out here. Hey folks, I'm Big Tex. Welcome to the Texas State Fair. All right, so let's go put Big Tex on the shelf where he belongs. Turn the light on here. We'll put Big Tex here. He's actually smaller than these two other muffler men. He's actually, in real life, he's actually way bigger than they are. So there you go. We got Figment. These are Disney stuff here. Parts of the Caribbean, Tiki Room, Figment, Haunted Mansion, Brer Rabbit. This is probably worth money now because anything with Splash Mountain on it's worth money now. This is the Matterhorn, the Monster, Small World, Country Bears. Then we got some cryptids. We got Sasquatch, Mothman, and the Chupacabra back there. And my brother gave me this tin of unicorn meat for Christmas. And there's the Carpetbagger. All right, thank you guys for helping me find that. Again, I think it was Josh that figured it out, cracked the code, the Creaties code. Deza Wonder says, at the November meetup, does it cost and can I get something signed? Costs nothing and you can get something signed. It's free. Just bring yourself. No need to bring anything else. Stephanie B says, Jacob, I'm trying to convince my husband to go to your meetup with me. Can you tell him to go, please? Yes, Stephanie B's husband. You need to go. What better could you have? What else? What are you doing that day? You gonna go meet Mo Sargi? Do I camp any? No, I don't like to sleep on the ground. Carpetbagger bobbleheads. Yeah, I don't even know how I would go about getting such a thing made. The story behind the John 3:16 sign. I don't talk about my own personal religious beliefs, but my wife, you find these signs hanging everywhere. Um, I've seen them. They're a lot around this part of the part of the South in the mountains here, but I've seen them as far south as Florida. And my wife found one that had fallen off a tree, or I don't know if it was a tree or a telephone pole, but she found one and she brought it home. So that's where that came from. Donnie Mabry says, I'm thinking you did when you traveled, you went to campgrounds. Yeah, it's really impractical for me. I don't really have time to like pitch a tent and camp and get everything set up. I mean, I would be basically pitching a tent, getting in, sleeping in it, getting out, unpitching it, putting it back together. It's just my schedule does not allow it. It does not have that. I don't have that much free time to camp. I don't really understand. I really don't understand how free time works. How about an RV? An RV would be too expensive. I think a lot of people think that I could save money traveling in an RV, but I'd end up spending way more on gas. They're terrible on gas, like beyond terrible on gas. They and then maintenance, storage. You know, you're going to be paying significantly more than you would just driving a car and staying in hotel rooms. Gary Pope says, "Does the family get freaked out by Joe Dirt?" My wife gets freaked out by him. My daughter thinks it's hilarious. My daughter actually stole my championship belt. I need to get that back. Was that a Boglins box on top of the curiosities? There is a Boglin box right there. RC says buying an RV is like buying a boat instead of going on a cruise. I mean, if you watch like videos of people that like the big RV like vlog channels, I mean, I guess they can make it work for them because they're doing it a different way. They live in the RV, but I got a mortgage. I'm paying a mortgage. That mask there was created by my friend Vincent Guanstini. It is a possum rat human hybrid. Donnie maybe says, I hate to ask, what kind of camera do you use? I say, you got some good ones. I have my camera right here. This is a Canon G7X. It's main reason I use this, it's great in low light, works really good in dark rides and haunted houses. It also can flip up so you can do selfie mode, so I can be like blah 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 blah, blue blee blah blah, and, and it's got a little bit of a zoom too. Blee 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 blue. So yeah. Matt Lucas, you should come to New England before winter hits. I may. Ed Beanie Weenie, so what's the one movie car that you would take for a month forever you go in your videos? Well, in their private collection, the Branson Car Museum has the road trip car from Tommy Boy. That would probably be up there. The Munsters car, yeah, maybe the Dragula. I'd like to take a Dragula road trip. Christopher Pegg, thank you for the super chat. And a little pair with a thumbs up. Joseph Kilpatrick says the truckster, of course. Yeah, I changed my answer. It's definitely the truckster. Really don't know why I didn't think of that. That was a moment. Secretary, you need Joe Dirt's Hemi convertible. Okay, maybe, yeah, either the truckster or Joe Dirt's Hemi. Ron Mascarella. Hey, Jacob, Ron, and Gail from the SeaWorld Hall of Scream Tour. Great event. Glad you could join. Doing HHN tomorrow night. Well, thank you so much. A pleasure meeting you, and thank you for letting me come along on your VIP tour. Carlos Ochoa says you're planning on going to Shreveport, Louisiana. The fair is going on. What's that? The New Orleans State Fair? Lex says ever go to Renaissance Fair? I think I've only done one Renaissance Fair. Frank Trinidad says, do American people do events in parks and also about Thanksgiving, like turkey-themed events? In America, Thanksgiving kind of gets the cold shoulder a little bit. People like Thanksgiving. Generally, Thanksgiving is more about spending the day at home with your family. There's not really Thanksgiving events anywhere, because Thanksgiving is between Christmas and Halloween, so it kind of gets almost snubbed out. But I think Americans like taking that one day. to visit with their family, to eat a lot of food. But no, there's not like theme park events. Saeed Hamidi says, "Did the press coins make it safe to the bunker?" I have the Splash Mountain ones. Splash Mountain ones made it. I have them in the bag that I keep my batteries. Will there be more boogie? Oh, most likely, yeah. I'm sure me and Boogie will hang out again. Karen Scherer says, "Is Gatler, Tennessee, like Wisconsin Dells of Tennessee?" Um, yeah, that's a good comparison. Colin Key says they need to get you as a guest on the H3 podcast. I don't think they would want me. I don't really I don't think I'm the sort of guest they have on podcasts like that. But it would impress my son. He's a huge fan of that. Chris T says, "Felt bad when I locked my keys and phone in my car." I felt pretty bad too. Then I felt happy when the fire department came and opened my car. That made me happy. Lorraine in the Pain says, "I thank the fire department for it." Thank you. So who's all coming to the meetup? November 6th. Whiskey the Truck. Yeah, I can't believe my hat didn't fall off the car. That's the biggest miracle of them all. Who's coming to the meetup? November 6th at Lanier's General Store across from Goats on the Roof. 12 to 5. Just show up. It doesn't cost nothing. It don't cost nothing. Just show up. Ricky Barranto says, "Didn't Francis get to the boogie?" No, fortunately, I've not met Francis. I've only met Boogie. Secretary says, "My work won't let me off." Quit. Quit your job. What job? Could be more important, right? Bigfoot Society, what's your favorite underdog cryptid? You mean like less popular cryptids? I'm a big fan of the Hopkinsville Goblins. I don't know if that's considered an underdog or not. Joy Bless Life says, "I live in Sevierville, so I plan to be in the meetup." Thank you. Appreciate everyone that shows up out here. I really appreciate it. Can I make it a 2-night affair? I don't know. I really don't know. This is all kind of an experiment because I don't know how many people are going to show up. I may get a better view, better idea for the next meetup, what to expect. Daniel Melendez asked if I still play Magic Gathering. I play online. Popcorn Break says, "Morty and you have great chemistry. Any chances you'll meet up again?" Al, most certainly. Morty and Boogie are two of my closest friends. I'd like someday to get them to meet each other because I think they would be. I think they would become best friends if they met each other. Lorraine the Pain says, I'm in California. I can't make it to the meetup. I mean, there's plenty of time. If you left now, oh, yeah, you have plenty of time. You have 2.5 weeks to get here. Susan Cox, are you going to do a live stream of the meet and greet for viewers that can't make it? I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I'm going to handle it. I'm not sure if I'm even going to film it. Dr. H, thank you for the super chat. Says your Halloween hollering has been the best ever this year. Thank you so much. You're truly a wholesome YouTube gem. What has been your favorite haunted house so far? Oh man, it's really hard to say. I would lean towards Knott's Berry Farm. I think Knott's is the way to go when it comes to mixing a larger budget with creativity. I think Horror Nights, I'm not saying they're not creative because they are, but you get a lot of based on IPs, based on movies, and they're beautiful. They're beautiful, but they're pretty much what you'd expect them to be. There's nothing like weird or off the wall. Like Knott's, some of the Knott's mazes are just ludicrous. But then again, I also love the smaller haunts. All those Louisville haunts are special in their own way. Jonathan Castillo says, have you been to the SeaWorld event in Orlando? Oh, stay tuned. Second cheer. Not scares are top-notch too. Yes, they have great scare actors. They have scare actors flooding the streets. So good. It's really funny. Me and Boogie we actually ran into, if you watch the video at the buffet, there's a clown. There's a clown that knew who I was chatting with us at the buffet. And then there was another female clown that had a giant pair of scissors. And turns out they were boyfriend, girlfriend. They may have been married. I forget. They were a couple. That's the way to say it. And we actually ran into them at Disneyland. They recognized us. So it's so cool. Seemed like really nice folks. Lorraine the Pain says those haunts you went to all in one night made me nervous. Why'd they make you nervous? The haunted hotel was one of the more intense experiences. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if there's an industry term for it, but to me, there's different kinds of haunts, and like the haunted hotel is less about there's not as many like jump scares, like boos. There's more just like grabbing and sweating and swearing and yelling. WB calls this extreme haunts, what they call. Okay, so is that extremed? Yeah, I came across the electrified walls in both Malice Manor and Necropolis. Mark Z. Hammer says the haunts in the Night of Many Haunts looked illegal. I didn't sign any waivers. Blocky Gamer says you're going to do haunt season of House on the Rock. Sadly, I'm not. But I think that I am going to... That may be a goal for next year. Scott Widow says, we met you at the Milwaukee meetup. It would be great if you filmed this one too. Yeah, I did film. I have filmed all the others. So let me see who said that. Scott Widow. Are you related to Trevor? If you're a woman going through the haunted house with the jail cell, do they still make you cuddle with him? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I've never been through there with a woman. Actually, that's not true. Morty's wife went through with us once, but they didn't cuddle with her. They just pick one person from your group that has to cuddle with. Was it mandatory to cuddle? It seemed pretty mandatory. When I went through with Morty and Beard, the Peaches just grabbed Beard and like picked him up in a bear hug, like lifted him up off the ground, and it was crazy. Stephanie B says, "What if you're alone?" Ooh, Fear Fair alone seems like it would be intense. Okay, Scott, Trevor's son. He's currently training to be a clown in France. That is great to hear. I remember, yeah, I met Trevor at the meetup in Milwaukee. And then Trevor invited me to come out to the Circus World Museum in Wisconsin because he knows everything about circuses. And yeah, his goal was to be a clown. He was a young man in his early 20s, and his goal was to be a clown. He actually took me, I think, yeah, then we also went to he took me to the International Clown Hall of Fame after that. So yeah, he's incredibly knowledgeable. I'm glad to hear that he's still sticking with his dream, that he's in France, working to be a clown. Yeah, that's an art form that's unfortunately there's not that many clowns left. So that's awesome. Glad to hear it. Matt Lucas says, I think you, Adam Lou, and Justin Scarge should all do a road trip together. I don't know. I don't know the chances of us all being able to get on the same schedule for that. Second year, think about the time that Homer went to clown college. How long have I known Boogie? It was 2 years. 2 years. I met him at Not Scary Farm in 2019. I'm really glad. I'm glad you guys like Boogie because he's been the victim of a lot of scrutiny on the internet. I think the vast majority of it is very unjustified. The internet has a tendency to pile on. So he went through a divorce, which is tremendously difficult for anyone. He, he's been open about having mental health problems, and people just decided to pile on him when he was going through a rough. I think he said maybe he made some comments that he should have thought about more when he was going through this rough time. But it just that's how it happens. When you're going down a rough path, sometimes you end up doing and saying things that you later regret, and then you just get people just piling on one person, treating him like crap. And I know Boogie. I know, but I've hung around Boogie a fair amount. He is a good person. He's a very good person. I think he's got a sense of humor that some people don't get all the time, but he's a good dude. East Wind says people are brave when they're honest behind a scene. Yeah, exactly. Behind a screen. Yeah. People get that's one of the saddest things about the internet is that people just use it as an opportunity to be critical and nasty and just dumping on things and dumping on people. Jason in Michigan says hollow cream. Sounds like a nickname I would get to a disappointing donut. Yeah, that's oh my gosh. Sometimes I'm going hard and I do get tired and I do mess up and like when I'm editing and I realize that I've said a name wrong or something, and I was editing the hollow cream video and I realized when I spelled it out, I spelled out hollow cream. What the heck? Pull it together, Jacob. I also called the scary train. I call what did I call the spooky train? No, yeah. It's called Scary Train. In the intro, I called it both Spooky Train and then called it Scary Train by it. Then I called it by its correct name, and then I called it Scary Farm at the end. So yeah, sometimes I feel like I need to get more rest. So my brain is clear. My brain gets too slippery. Has trouble holding on to thoughts and ideas. Excuse me. Something to drink. Scary train, holy roller, hop on the scary train. Scary train, hop on the scary train. Drinking sun-kissed, zero sugar. I've had enough sugar. Sugar's poison. Susan Cox says, what about the vulgarity at the haunt? I don't think I've ever seen where there was a warning. Honestly, it wasn't that bad. I think they dropped a couple of F-bombs. But it wasn't like anything. At Malice Manor, I think there was some bad language as well. But it's funny because, like, as Americans, we get bent out of shape about bad language when we're literally looking at piles of chopped up human gore. Regina Deal says, I drink only coconut Red Bulls all day long, nothing else. Ooh, that sounds intense. Tila Lawrence says, where do you find all these haunts? Start to find any. I mean, they're everywhere. There's a lot of haunts out there. Especially in the Louisville area. Look how many there was. All right. I think it is time that we do our weekly mindfulness session. It's get comfortable in your chair. Take a swig of orange soda. Touch the desk in front if you want. Feel just the solidity of the desk. If there's not a desk, by all means, don't touch it. And sit comfortably in a chair. Put your feet flat on the floor. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Just wiggle your toes. You can feel the ground under your toes, or maybe the inside of your shoes or your socks. Just wiggle that. Don't think about anything else. Just concentrate on how your feet and your toes feel on the ground as you breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Now, just think about how the weight of your body feels against your chair. Don't think about anything else. Don't let your mind wander. Just think about how that feels as you breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Now just think about the back of your head. Put all your focus on the back of your head. And just think about the back of your head as you breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Now just think about your face and how your face feels, and concentrate on that as you breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Now open up your eyes and just take in the world around you. Don't think about too much. Just observe the world around you. If there's something on the table or something, there's a table or a desk or something in front of you, you can feel it, feel the solidity of that, feel the feet, your feet on the ground. Think about how that connects you to the earth and how the earth spreads out and the vastness of the planet around you as you breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. All right. Now you can drink your orange soda again. Jay Bird says, I tease you for yelling so much, but I mean no disrespect. Love you, dude. Well, thank you. I get some people don't like the screaming, some people don't like the yelling, and I understand that. Not everyone's entertained by watching a guy shout and yell, but some of you are for some reason. So. Good evening, Ian. How are you doing, buddy? Alice Martinez says, I love the yelling. It's funny. I mean, Frank Trans, we might ask for a screaming ASMR video. Isn't that the opposite of an ASMR video? Should I do a ASMR video of my screams? But I do them as whispers. Who are you? Why are you scaring me? I hate this place. What was that? I don't even know what. I don't even know who you are. No scares on stairs. Oh. No, the least fun person to go through haunted houses with is Jared. Jared's like, me. There's like a monster, like, blah, 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 blah. And Jared's like, Jeez, man. Is there anything behind those eyes? Juniper, so we need a no scares on stairs sheet. A lot of people have asked for the no scares on stairs. I have the don't jump scare me, bro, on my spreadshirt shop. Jaybird says, "Is my daughter kind of over it?" She's just grew up. She's a young lady now. She just doesn't worry about making YouTube videos with dad. Do I still have the new enamel pins? Yes, I have the Dark Ride pins. I have the Dark Ride pins. I don't have. I ran out of possum pins, but I ordered more. Donnie Mabry says, "Did you go to any state fairs this year?" Yes, if you look at some of my recent uploads, I've been to the Arizona State Fair, and I've been to the Texas State Fair. Gabriella Miller says, "How are you in a different state every day, but managed to be at your home for a live?" I just managed to be at home this time. I'm not sure where I'm going to be a week from today. I think I'll be able to do a live next week. And I'm going to be my birthday. Oh my, yeah. My birthday. I think my birthday is next Tuesday. Oh, it is. Next week, the live stream will be my birthday. Susan Cox, thank you for the super chat. Yeah, I never make that big of a deal about my birthday, you know, at this point in my life. Gabriella Miller says, your birthday is the 26th. You have the same birthday. I turned 21. I turned 41. Oh my gosh. I'm the oldest man in the world. Just kidding. But it feels like it. Ryan says, I like how you pleaded your case to the haunted house inside Gatorland Frank. I'll tell you what's really funny. Like, we, me and Adam were talking about this because there was the one Frankenstein guy dressed up outside. Me and Adam were talking about it because me and Adam actually both agree that it's proper to call the monster Frankenstein. And Savannah heard us and she's like, "Why? Is there a problem with calling Frankenstein?" And we explained, like, you know, people on the internet always correct you and say, actually, it's the professor. She's like, oh, okay. And then she went into the haunt with us, and the guy started giving us that lecture, and she about died laughing. My belief is that if you want to call him, I don't have any problem with people calling him Frankenstein's monster, but I think it's given what Universal has done, like, Universal's responsible. I mean, Universal made the movie, the iconic movie that everyone remembers, yet the but they are the ones that cause all the confusion. Bride of Frankenstein, like, why is it called Bride of Frankenstein when the bride is the monster's bride, not the doctor's bride? Why is Frankenstein meets the Wolfman? There's no doctor in the movie. Dr. Frankenstein's not even in the movie. Ryan says, was Mortem Manor on your agenda? Actually, it wasn't, because Mortem Manor is a year-round haunt, so I figured I could do it some other time. Lipbus says, Bride of Frankenstein can mean the bride was made by Frankenstein. Yeah, but that's stretching it a bit. At your wedding, would you call your bride the bride of her dad? That'd be weird. Yes, and Gary Pope, Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein. They meet the monster. Potts Kaijunik says the original novel showed that the monster considered Victor Frankenstein to be his father and creator, so naturally would take his name. Yes, exactly. Ryan says, love the Gatorland and Skunk Ape. Oh, I love the Skunk Ape. All right, guys. I got to edit some videos to make sure there's a video out for tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Again, more haunt videos coming. And like I said, it should be a live stream in a week on my birthday. So come say happy birthday to me. Hashtag Team Balto. Until next time, this one's in the bag.